Complaining is something we all do at some point in our lives. It often feels like an easy way to express frustration, disappointment, or dissatisfaction. However, when we look closely, we realize that complaining does not solve problems. Instead, it drains our energy, wastes time, and creates negativity. People who constantly complain tend to focus on the problems rather than solutions, which prevents them from making progress. When we complain, we reinforce a negative mindset. Instead of looking for ways to overcome challenges, we dwell on what went wrong. This habit can become deeply ingrained, making it difficult to see opportunities and positive aspects of life. A person who complains frequently is more likely to feel helpless, as they focus more on external circumstances rather than their ability to change the situation. This mindset leads to stress, frustration, and even a lack of motivation to take action. Another reason why complaining is useless is that it does not change the situation. No matter how much we complain about something, the reality remains the same unless we take action. Complaining about bad weather will not make the sun shine. Complaining about a difficult exam will not change the questions. Instead of wasting energy on complaints, it is much better to think of ways to adapt and improve. When we shift our focus from complaining to problem solving, we develop resilience and a positive attitude, which helps us in every area of life. Furthermore, constant complaining affects our relationships with others. No one likes to be around someone who is always negative. When we complain, we spread negativity to those around us. Instead of inspiring people, we push them away. Positive and successful people prefer to surround themselves with those who encourage and uplift them, not those who bring them down. If we want to build strong, meaningful relationships, we must learn to replace complaints with constructive conversations. Complaining also creates a victim mentality. When people complain, they often blame others, circumstances, or fate for their problems. This attitude takes away personal responsibility and prevents growth. A person who believes that everything is against them will never take control of their own life. However, those who understand that challenges are a part of life learn to deal with them effectively. They do not waste time complaining. Instead, they focus on how to move forward and improve their situation. Moreover, complaining makes small problems seem bigger than they are. When we repeatedly talk about what is wrong, we give more power to negativity. A minor inconvenience can start to feel like a huge issue simply because we keep complaining about it. On the other hand, when we choose to stay calm and focus on solutions, problems seem much smaller and easier to handle. The most successful people in the world have one thing in common. They do not waste time complaining. They know that energy spent on complaints can be better used for taking action. Instead of complaining about failure, they learn from it. Instead of complaining about difficult situations, they look for ways to turn challenges into opportunities. This mindset separates successful people from those who stay stuck in negativity. To live a productive and positive life, we must train ourselves to break free from the habit of complaining. This does not mean ignoring problems or pretending that everything is perfect. It means acknowledging difficulties, but choosing to focus on what can be done rather than what went wrong. Life will always have ups and downs, but our attitude determines how we experience it. If we stop complaining and start taking responsibility, we will be happier, more confident, and more successful in everything we do. Excessive explanations often come from a place of insecurity. When people feel the need to constantly justify their actions, choices, or beliefs, it usually means they are seeking approval or fear being misunderstood. This habit can make a person appear uncertain and lacking confidence. Instead of strengthening their position, over-explaining weakens it by showing that they are unsure of themselves or worried about what others think. When someone is confident in their decisions, they do not feel the need to explain themselves to everyone. They understand that not everyone will agree with them, and that is perfectly fine. However, people who lack self-assurance often believe they must convince others of their choices. They fear judgment, criticism, or rejection, so they keep explaining, hoping to gain acceptance. This behavior can be exhausting and ineffective because no matter how much a person explains, not everyone will understand or agree. Another reason excessive explanations show insecurity is that they reveal self-doubt. When people repeatedly explain why they did something, it suggests that they are not entirely sure they made the right choice. They seek reassurance from others rather than trusting their own judgment. This can become a habit that prevents them from making firm decisions. Instead of standing by their choices with confidence, they feel the need to justify them over and over again, which can make them seem weak or indecisive. Moreover, over-explaining often leads to unnecessary complications. Sometimes a simple answer is enough, but when people go into too much detail, they might end up saying things that create more confusion. In professional and personal situations, clear and concise communication is valued. When someone explains too much, they might come across as defensive rather than confident. For example, if a person is late and gives a long, detailed reason instead of simply apologizing, it can seem like they are making excuses rather than taking responsibility. This habit also affects how others perceive a person. People who over-explain can be seen as unsure of themselves, which may lead others to question their abilities or reliability. In contrast, those who speak with clarity and confidence are respected. Leaders, for instance, do not spend time explaining every little detail of their decisions. They make choices, communicate them clearly, and move forward. This approach inspires trust and authority. Another problem with excessive explanations is that they give power to others' opinions. When someone constantly explains themselves, they are indirectly saying that other people's approval matters more than their own confidence. This makes them vulnerable to criticism and external validation. A self-assured person, on the other hand, does not need to explain every action because they know their reasons are valid, whether others agree or not. Additionally, over-explaining can lead to unnecessary stress. People who explain too much often worry about how their words are perceived. They replay conversations in their minds, wondering if they said the right thing or if they should have explained more. This creates anxiety and makes them second-guess themselves. Instead of feeling confident in their communication, they become trapped in a cycle of overthinking and doubt. The solution to this problem is to develop confidence and trust in one's own decisions. Instead of over-explaining, a person should learn to say things clearly and directly. It is important to remember that not everyone needs to understand or agree with every decision. A confident person knows when to speak and when to let actions speak for themselves. They do not waste energy on unnecessary explanations because they understand that true confidence comes from within, not from external validation. Ultimately, excessive explanations are a sign of insecurity because they reveal self-doubt, seek approval, and create unnecessary complications. To break this habit, one must learn to trust their own decisions, communicate concisely, and let go of the fear of judgment. Confidence is not about making everyone agree with you. It is about standing by your choices without the need for endless explanations. Actions speak louder than words because what we do holds more value than what we say. Words can be empty, but actions prove a person's true character, intentions, and capabilities. A person can make promises, claim to be hardworking, or say they care about others, but if their actions do not match their words, their statements lose meaning. True credibility and respect come from consistent actions rather than spoken assurances. One of the biggest reasons why actions are more powerful than words is that words are easy to say. Anyone can promise to change, improve, or achieve something, but not everyone follows through. For example, a student can keep saying they will study harder, but if they never actually put in the effort, their words mean nothing. Similarly, a person who claims to be kind and respectful must show it through their behavior rather than just saying it. People trust what they see rather than what they hear, because actions reflect true intentions. Moreover, actions create real impact while words alone do not. A person who says they want to help others but never takes any steps to do so is not truly helpful. On the other hand, someone who quietly supports people in need without making big claims proves their kindness through their actions. This is why many great leaders, role models, and successful individuals are remembered not for what they said, but for what they did. Their actions changed the world, inspired others, and set an example of real dedication and effort. Another important reason why actions are more powerful is that they build trust. In relationships, whether personal or professional, trust is developed through consistent actions over time. If a friend keeps promising to be there but never actually supports you when needed, their words will eventually lose value. In contrast, a friend who may not talk much about their loyalty but is always there in difficult times proves their reliability. This principle applies everywhere in life. Whether in friendships, workplaces, or family relationships, actions are what strengthen bonds and create trust. Actions also define a person's work ethic and discipline. Success does not come from talking about goals, it comes from taking steps toward them. Many people dream of achieving something great, but only those who put in the effort succeed. An athlete who wants to win a competition does not just talk about training. They wake up early, practice hard, and stay disciplined. A business person who wants to grow does not just speak about success. They make strategic decisions and take calculated risks. Words may express ambition, but actions determine results. Furthermore, actions inspire others more than words do. People follow and admire those who lead by example. A teacher who encourages students to read but never reads books themselves will not be as inspiring as one who actively shares their love for learning. Parents who want to teach their children good values must demonstrate them in daily life, not just talk about them. Leaders who want respect must show honesty, hard work, and dedication rather than just making speeches about these qualities. Additionally, actions reveal a person's true priorities. People often say they care about something, but their actions show what truly matters to them. If someone claims to value health but never exercises or eats well, their actions contradict their words. If a person says they love their family but never spends time with them, their actions tell a different story. It is through daily choices and behaviors that real priorities become clear. In the end, actions define who we are. Words can be misleading, exaggerated, or forgotten, but actions leave a lasting impact. People remember how we treated them, how we worked toward our goals, and what we contributed to the world. Instead of focusing too much on saying the right things, it is far more important to do the right things. Actions build character, shape success, and prove intentions far more effectively than words ever can. Self-control and confidence are two powerful qualities that can shape a person's life. They go hand in hand, allowing individuals to make wise decisions, stay focused on their goals, and handle challenges with a positive mindset. A person with self-control can resist temptations, control emotions, and stay disciplined, while confidence gives them the belief that they can achieve what they set their mind to. Together, these traits help people lead a successful, peaceful, and fulfilling life. Self-control is the ability to manage one's emotions, thoughts, and behaviors in different situations. It means staying calm in stressful situations, resisting distractions, and making choices that align with long-term goals rather than short-term desires. For example, a student with self-control will resist the urge to play games before completing their studies. A person on a diet will control their cravings instead of giving in to unhealthy food. In daily life, people face countless situations where self-control is required, and those who master it are able to make better decisions and achieve greater success. Confidence, on the other hand, is the belief in one's abilities. It allows a person to take risks, try new things, and stand by their decisions without fear of failure. A confident person does not doubt themselves constantly or seek approval from others. Instead, they trust their own judgment and remain firm even when facing criticism or setbacks. Confidence is important in all aspects of life, whether in school, work, relationships, or personal growth. A person who believes in themselves is more likely to take initiative, work hard, and achieve their dreams. One of the biggest benefits of self-control is that it helps individuals stay disciplined. Many people set goals but struggle to achieve them because they lack the discipline to follow through. For example, someone may want to wake up early and exercise, but if they do not control the urge to sleep longer, they will fail to maintain a routine. Self-control is what separates those who succeed from those who give up easily. It pushes a person to stick to their commitments, even when things get difficult. Confidence also plays a major role in success. People who believe in themselves are more likely to take opportunities and face challenges without fear. They do not let failures discourage them because they see setbacks as learning experiences rather than defeats. A confident student for example, will not hesitate to participate in class discussions or take leadership roles. A confident employee will share ideas and contribute to their workplace without fear of rejection. This quality makes people stand out and helps them grow in every area of life. Another important connection between self-control and confidence is emotional stability. People with self-control do not let anger, frustration, or sadness overpower their judgment. They remain patient, think logically, and respond to situations wisely. This emotional stability builds confidence because they know they can handle any situation without losing control. In contrast, those who lack self-control may react impulsively, say things they regret, or let fear and doubt take over. This weakens confidence and creates unnecessary stress. Moreover, self-control and confidence help in making better social and professional relationships. A person with self-control does not react negatively to criticism, but listens calmly and responds thoughtfully. They avoid unnecessary arguments, gossip, or conflicts. A confident person communicates effectively and does not feel the need to prove themselves all the time. They remain secure in their own abilities and respect others' opinions without feeling threatened. This balance makes them more likable and respected by those around them. Developing self-control and confidence takes time and practice. Self-control can be improved by setting small goals, avoiding distractions, and practicing patience. Confidence grows when a person steps out of their comfort zone, focuses on their strengths, and learns from failures instead of fearing them. Both of these qualities require consistency, but once mastered, they create a strong foundation for a successful and happy life. Ultimately, self-control and confidence give individuals the power to take charge of their lives. They help people stay focused, make wise choices, and face challenges with courage. Those who develop these qualities are not easily discouraged or distracted, but remain steady in their pursuit of success. By strengthening self-control and confidence, anyone can build a life filled with purpose, achievement, and personal growth. Not everyone will understand you, and that is perfectly okay. In life, we often seek validation and acceptance from others, but the truth is that not everyone will see things from our perspective. People have different backgrounds, experiences, beliefs, and ways of thinking. No matter how much we try to explain ourselves, some people will never fully understand our thoughts, emotions, or decisions. Instead of feeling frustrated or trying too hard to be understood, it is important to accept this fact and focus on staying true to ourselves. One of the main reasons why people may not understand you is that everyone views the world differently. Each person's perspective is shaped by their upbringing, culture, personal experiences, and values. For example, a person who has always lived in a big city might not understand the lifestyle of someone from a small village. A person who values financial stability might not understand why someone chooses to follow their passion despite financial risks. These differences do not mean one person is right and the other is wrong. They simply mean that people see things differently. Another reason people may not understand you is because they may not have experienced what you have gone through. If you have faced struggles, challenges, or unique experiences, others who have not been in your situation may find it difficult to relate to your emotions or decisions. For example, someone who has never dealt with failure may not understand why another person fears trying again after a setback. Similarly, a person who has never had to make tough sacrifices may not understand the pain of giving up something for a greater purpose. Many times, people are quick to judge without making an effort to understand. Instead of listening with an open mind, they see things based on their own opinions and biases. When someone does not understand you, they might criticize your choices, question your decisions, or even make negative assumptions. However, their lack of understanding does not define you. It is important to remember that their opinion is based on their perspective, not on your reality. You do not need to prove yourself to those who are unwilling to see beyond their own point of view. Trying too hard to make people understand you can be exhausting and sometimes even pointless. If someone is not willing to listen with an open mind, no amount of explaining will change their opinion. Instead of wasting energy on convincing others, it is better to focus on those who do understand and support you. True friends, family members, and mentors will make the effort to listen, even if they do not completely understand your perspective. Surrounding yourself with such people creates a positive environment where you feel accepted and valued. Moreover, personal growth requires self-acceptance rather than external validation. When you constantly seek approval from others, you give them the power to influence your confidence and happiness. But when you accept that not everyone will understand you, you free yourself from the burden of seeking unnecessary validation. Confidence comes from knowing who you are and standing by your values, even when others do not fully comprehend your choices. It is also important to be at peace with the fact that just as others may not understand you, you may not always understand them. Everyone is on their own journey, facing their own struggles and making decisions based on their circumstances. Just as you want people to respect your perspective, it is equally important to respect theirs. This mindset creates a sense of mutual understanding and helps maintain healthy relationships without the pressure of constant explanations. In the end, not being understood by everyone is a natural part of life. Instead of feeling discouraged, take it as a reminder to stay true to yourself. Focus on your goals, follow your passion, and surround yourself with those who appreciate you for who you are. The right people will support you, even if they do not fully understand you. By embracing this reality, you can live with confidence, peace, and the freedom to be your authentic self. Success in life comes to those who take action, not those who make excuses. Many people dream of achieving great things, but only a few turn their dreams into reality. The difference between success and failure often lies in whether a person takes action or finds excuses to delay or avoid effort. A person of action focuses on solutions, takes responsibility, and moves forward despite challenges, while a person of excuses always finds reasons to stay in the same place. One of the biggest problems with excuses is that they create a false sense of comfort. When a person avoids taking action, they convince themselves that they are not at fault. They blame circumstances, lack of resources, or bad luck, instead of admitting that they did not put in enough effort. For example, a student who fails an exam might say, "The teacher was unfair," instead of admitting, "I didn't study enough." A person who wants to get fit might say, "I don't have time to exercise," instead of managing their schedule better. Excuses may provide temporary relief, but in the long run, they only lead to regret and missed opportunities. A person of action, on the other hand, does not waste time complaining or blaming others. They accept responsibility for their situation and work towards changing it. If they face a problem, they look for solutions instead of excuses. If they fail, they learn from their mistakes and try again. This mindset separates successful people from those who remain stuck in life. Every great achievement in history came from action, not from excuses. Scientists, athletes, and business leaders did not wait for perfect conditions. They took risks, faced difficulties, and kept going despite setbacks. Taking action also builds confidence and self-discipline. When a person consistently takes small steps toward their goals, they develop a habit of progress. Each step forward increases their belief in their abilities. In contrast, making excuses weakens confidence because it reinforces the idea that they are incapable or powerless. For example, a person who wants to improve their public speaking skills must practice, make mistakes, and learn from experience. If they keep making excuses like, "I'm just not good at speaking," they will never improve. Action creates growth, while excuses create stagnation. Another reason why action is more powerful than excuses is that life is unpredictable, and waiting for the right time often means waiting forever. Many people delay their goals thinking they need better conditions, more resources, or more motivation. However, those who take action understand that progress starts with what they have. If a person wants to start a business but keeps saying, "I'll do it when I have more money," they may never begin. But someone who takes action will start small, learn, and grow over time. Success is not about having perfect conditions. It is about making the best use of what is available. Excuses also damage personal and professional relationships. A person who constantly makes excuses for their behavior, missed deadlines, or broken promises loses the trust of others. People respect those who take responsibility and follow through on their commitments. In contrast, an excuse maker is seen as unreliable and untrustworthy. In workplaces, those who take initiative and complete tasks earn promotions and recognition, while those who make excuses are left behind. In friendships and family relationships, a person who always finds reasons for not being present or fulfilling promises eventually loses the respect and trust of their loved ones. Becoming a person of action requires a shift in mindset. It means replacing excuses with solutions and fear with courage. Instead of saying, "I can't," say, "How can I?" Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, take the first step. Success is built on action, persistence, and effort. Every excuse brings a person further from their goals, while every action, no matter how small, moves them closer to success. In the end, life rewards those who take action. Excuses might feel comfortable in the short term, but they lead to long-term disappointment. To achieve anything meaningful, one must stop making excuses and start doing what is necessary. Taking action leads to growth, success, and self-respect, while excuses only hold a person back. The choice is simple: be a person of action and move forward, or remain stuck in a cycle of excuses and regret.